Ichabod Crane, you must leave your cushy glamorous job as a New York City constable and depart immediately for Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow in upstate New York in 1799? You might as well send me to Cleveland. What have I done to deserve this?
You were caught using the scientific method to solve crimes. That's a big deal in 1799, when we still regard science with suspicion.
Oh, sure. When Benjamin Franklin does it, he ends up getting his face on the $100 bill. I get sent to Hicksville.
Don't you know that by using science and reason, you're putting our torturers out of work? Trust me, that's a union line you don't want to cross.
But I've solved more crimes than any other constable.
Exactly. Not only are you already putting torturers out of work, you're coming for our constables next.
But for what reason could a little village like Sleepy Hollow need me? Is someone stealing their hay bales?
Actually, there have been a series of pretty spectacular beheadings, the kind of which we can't even show you on YouTube without getting demonetized.
YouTube? What is that, some sort of device for milking sheep?
Just go solve the beheadings and become someone else's problem for a while.
All right, I'll go, but only because you remind me of that evil wizard guy from Lord of the Rings. Ooh, a handsome stranger has arrived in our sleepy little village. Handsome stranger? Oh, are you flirting with me? Is this because I look like Johnny Depp? I get that a lot.
She better not be. Katrina Von Tassel is my girlfriend, not you. Wait, I didn't mean to say it that way.
Oh, Brom, I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not going to fall into your arms just because you said I'm the most beautiful woman in town.
You're not? Maybe I'm confused as to how this whole girlfriend thing works then. I like you, isn't that enough?
I believe the young lady would rather talk to me, even though I'm scared of my own shadow, and you're obviously not afraid of anything. Do I have that right? Yes, there's just something about you that Brom doesn't have. Perhaps it's brains, or perhaps it's because you don't smell like horse dung.
Hey, working with horses is a noble profession. Besides, I thought you said you wanted a guy with a stable job.
Look, good sir, I have no intention of upsetting the apple cart when it comes to your relationship with this young lady, mostly because you're bigger and tougher than me.
I mean, isn't everyone bigger and tougher than you?
Ooh, who's this new handsome stranger in our sleepy little village? Back off, stepmother, I saw him first. You must be the famous Ichabod Crane from New York City. Are you here on business or pleasure? I hope it's business because we're already out of pumpkin spice for this season. Business, I'm afraid. I have a meeting of some import with the town elders tonight, but I've nowhere to lodge. Can you direct me to the nearest Airbnb or Super 8 motel? You'll stay with us, naturally, because my husband is none other than Baltus Von Tassel, the elderliest of the town elders himself. Splendid. Could I get a room next to Katrina's so we can have all manner of pleasant little misunderstandings in the hallway?
Hey, I'm right here, you know.
So you're the new detective scientist from New York City who's going to save us all from being beheaded, are you?
I intend to try my best. Ichabod Crane is the name, and by your condescending manner, I surmise you must be none other than Baltus Von Tassel.
You surmise correctly. Sorry about the condescension. It's been a family tradition for so long, I forget I'm doing it.
Not to worry. I'm more concerned by the recent spate of beheadings in Sleepy Hollow. You wouldn't happen to be the killer, would you?
Ah, would that it would be so easy, good sir.
So, is that a yes or a no? I'm still a little rusty on my 1799 dialect.
It's most definitively a no. Everyone knows the beheadings have been caused by the ghost of the Headless Horseman.
A Headless Horseman? Are you sure it's not just some teenagers with a guillotine doing the beheadings on a dare? You know, for funsies?
Ah, we're much too sophisticated to have guillotines here in Sleepy Hollow.
Really? Then how do you dispense justice to the criminal element? Feed them marshmallows and make them say Chubby Bunny until they choke?
That's oddly specific. Is that a New York thing? Hello, Constable. I'm Reverend Steenwick, town elder. We know it's the Headless Horseman because several reliable witnesses have seen him in action. And by action, well, let's just say, cutting off people's heads.
Oh, they have they? Are you one of these reliable witnesses?
Well, no, duh. All the witnesses have had their heads cut off.
Seems pretty convenient. I shall proceed under the assumption that there is no imaginary Headless Horseman ghost cutting off heads, but a very real person with real motives, and possibly a nice collection of human heads lined up on a shelf.
Once again, oddly specific. Is that a thing in New York City, having a collection of heads? By all means, you're welcome to investigate and draw your own conclusions, but I recommend you proceed with caution. A guy could lose his head. Oh, I see what you did there.
These small-town folk are so superstitious. Can you imagine thinking there's actually a ghost without a head running around on a horse chopping off other people's heads? If anything, you'd think he'd be sympathetic about the whole decapitation thing.
I mean, it's possible he's lonely and just wants more people to be missing heads, so he's not the only one.
Either way, murder is murder, and last time I checked, cutting off people's heads is against the law. Surely you must agree with that, I didn't get your name.
I don't really go by a name. I'm just a nameless Hessian horseman.
Hessian horseman? By a strange coincidence, I'm looking for the Headless Horseman, which almost sounds like the same thing.
That's because we are the same person, you idiot. I'm the Headless Horseman.
Well, there's no need to get cross with me. How am I supposed to know what he looks like?
Well, for starters, I'm a man on a horse, and I'm missing my head.
Oh dear, so it seems. I suppose at this point you're going to attempt to chop off my head, but I'll warn you, I'm quite good at ducking.
And I'll warn you, I'm quite good at anticipating that people are going to duck, so I always aim a little lower than the neck. Always err on the side of more bleeding, that's what I say.
Dang, this guy's thought of everything. Just one question. What's the deal with the jack-o'-lantern? You're not going to throw it at me, are you?
I wasn't planning on it. These things take a while to make, and I just don't have a backup.
Oh, thank goodness. Well, if it's all the same to you, I'll just be on my way. I have a Zoom call with headquarters in 5 minutes, and I like to make sure my hair looks nice.
You know what? I am going to throw this pumpkin at you.
Oh, no. Still better than a Zoom call. I can't believe Brom dressed up as the Headless Horseman and threw a pumpkin at you. You can't? Because I'm pretty sure the real Headless Horseman wouldn't have said, "It's just a prank, bro," in Brom's voice as he rode off into the night. I suppose you think we're all just silly backwoods folk for believing in the Headless Horseman, then? Silly backwoods folk? I would never say that. You're more along the lines of rubes or hicks or small-town bumpkins. What if I were to show you where the Headless Horseman resides? Then would you believe me? The Headless Horseman has a residence? Does the Headless Horseman haunt this hallowed house, or is it his? You're starting to sound like a Dr. Seuss character. No, he is said to rise from the Tree of the Dead. No relation to Night of the Living Dead franchise. I see. And where can we find this Tree of the Dead? The side lot at Home Depot where they keep the bags of mulch? No, its location has always been a mystery. You see, this is why people like me are skeptical of such things. Everyone knows about the Tree of Dead except where it can actually be seen. That's why we're going to ask the Witch of the Western Woods. Now who sounds like a Dr. Seuss character? And where do we find this supposed Witch of the Western Woods? In the Western Woods, where else? And here I thought you were a man of reason.
Who dares disturb the Witch of the Western Woods? I was trying to catch up on my beauty rest.
You'll get no argument from me. I am Ichabod Crane, and I seek the location of the Tree of the Dead.
And why should I trust you? You're not going to chop it down, are you?
Does this man look like a lumberjack to you? Oh, Witch of the Western Woods, I'm a truth-seeker like yourself, trying to find out the reason for all the beheadings in Sleepy Hollow.
Well, duh, that's easy. It must be the Headless Horseman. Come to think of it, they should call him the Head Chopping Horseman.
Is it true what the legends say?
What, that I once ate 50 eggs to win a bet while imprisoned in a southern chain gang?
No, everyone knows that legend's true. Does the Headless Horseman rise from the tree of the dead when he begins his nightly hauntings?
Aye, verily, it is true. Actually, you might want to get over there soon. He keeps a pretty tight schedule, and you'll want to get front row seats.
Can you take us there?
Man, I have to do everything around here, don't I?
Behold, the Headless Horseman rises from the tree of the dead. What? I wasn't looking. We'll have to come back tomorrow. You had but one job, Ichabod. Just kidding. So, it appears the horseman is real. This throws a monkey wrench into my whole skepticism thing. What should I do next? Perhaps we should follow him and catch him in the act, so to speak. He was headed straight to the town elders' meeting hall. Oh, but do we really care if a few town elders lose their heads? The average life expectancy here is 42. One of those elders is my father. We must try to warn them. Normally I'm up for a good foot race, but we're at a disadvantage, lacking a horse. On the other hand, we do have our heads, so perhaps that will improve our chances. While you were doing all that talking, I called Uber's stagecoach. To the meeting hall.
Oh, say, it feels a bit drafty in here for some reason.
It's because your head has been separated from your body, you fool.
What? Stuff and nonsense. I would have noticed such a thing.
Ha ha, Baltus lost his head. So did you dimwit?
I did.
Ah. I own the horseman's skull, so I control his actions. Well, that's as good as a confession, my lady. Once again, I've solved the mystery. Did you, though? You fools! I will simply send the horseman your way. Your days are numbered.
Actually, I think I'm done working for you.
The horseman has had his head henceforth. How has this happened? That's simple. When you weren't looking, I took the skull out of your purse and put it back on the horseman's body, where it reattached itself in a spectacular manner, off-screen. What? I wasn't looking. Can you please do it again?
No, it was pretty painful, actually.
Horseman, you must obey my every command.
Actually, I'm pretty angry about you ordering me around and killing all those innocent people. I may have not had a head, but I've always had a heart.
Oh, he's just a big old softy, isn't he? But I only wanted revenge against the Von Tassels for evicting my family when my father died. So you resurrected a Hessian soldier to chop off everyone's heads? Seems like a bit of an overreaction.
Yeah, have you ever heard of hiring an arbitrator? Anyway, I have to drag you off to hell now. Ta-ta!
I don't want to go to hell. I've heard some really bad things about that place. No! So, Ichabod, now that the murders have been solved and the Headless Horseman has returned to his final resting place, do you intend to return to New York City? Actually, I've grown quite accustomed to this place. I'm planning on staying and starting a little farm. You won't be growing heads of lettuce, will you? Leave the jokes to me, Katrina. Actually, I plan on growing pumpkins. That's not particularly funny either.
Don't forget to subscribe and then watch the video over again.